all I have to say is that I can't believe you proved that I have a sixth sense for that sort of thing. Jeez, Caterpillar. Way to bring
Oh.
down the bar.
You don't have a sixth sense. It's called context clues, my guy.
Dude, literally have done this several times.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're live. I'm Matt. I'm the GM today. I have planned for this. And we also have got Gavilan, aka Keat.
Hello.
And we've got IAmCaterpiller, aka Alvis Foltham Watts.
Dingbat.
That be me.
We've got Doth the Puddle Walker.
No, it's Big Stank Dink Dad.
That's his alternate persona.
Oh.
I mean, no, your character is Doth the Puddle Walker.
Yeah, Big Stank Dink Daddy. Stink Daddy.
You are not allowed to change his name to that.
Can we go by Argonian rules with naming, and his name could be like Piss and Mouth?
No.
You know, I could beat the ever-loving tar out of your character.
Darth Stankwater.
Oh, those are some big words.
Hey, Will, it's Doth, right? We're settled on that. We're not gonna let him rename his character to Big Stank Dank Daddy.
There's no renaming. I can call myself whatever.
I mean, yeah, you can call yourself whatever you want. It just doesn't mean our characters have to acknowledge it. It's like, technically, Gavilan calls himself the greatest bard to ever live. None of us have acknowledged that. He just says it.
You don't need to
Better than
acknowledge
you.
the truth.
He's the only bard we know, so yeah, he's better than you at least. You probably.
I mean, no, he's not the only bard we know, but you haven't met them yet.
Let's not meet them.
Oh,
Some-
shit. Yeah, I'm screwed.
I know you're gunning for me to like make Paul as a character, but sometimes I wish Paul made Construct instead of Alvis now, because I'm rewatching an anime called Knights and Magic.
Oh Christ, you're watching that?
Yeah, that's dog shit, dude. You don't want some good crap with magic anime.
Knights and magic? Well, they're going a bit.
I just
The
realized we
problem is
have.
that has
Oh yeah.
barely anything to do with knights and more of like mecha.
Next, we've got MemeName, aka the Derek, aka Maple Leaf A.
And back from Den.
Yep. And we are live, so I had to hold off on going live because I was like 90% certain that Caterpillar was going to say something that would have got us like a community guideline strike, and I was right.
But I didn't.
You didn't say it live because I held off on going live.
Exactly. Because I know you, Matt.
Oh,
This
You
is
do not do.
chess. This is 10D chess, my guy.
Do not pull the 10. Do not pull the. Your next line is shit on me. It's bad enough it happened once.
Did I do that once?
No, I did
forget.
it to Will once.
And your next line is.
Well, I literally knew what he would say to a question without going over it with him before a session.
You see, I wait till the stream starts to say the offensive things.
Y'all can say what you want about Knights and Magic, by the way. It's my guilty pleasure, along with Ascendance of a Bookworm.
I don't
You've
even
got
know what.
one
Bookworm is a guilty pleasure. Why are you
That's
a
a
guilty
good-
pleasure of that show?
It's not even part of it.
You know what? Gavilan seems to be the new last time guy. So, Keat, what happened last time? I know it was like 2 weeks ago, but come on.
I X-card doing the intro.
No. You are the intro guy.
No, I don't remember. It's been too long.
Okay, Caterpillar, what happened last time? Jeez!
It's been too long.
Running through my mind palace, finding the drawer labeled 2 weeks ago in the campaign.
3 weeks ago in the campaign.
And you gave me a hint.
Because I don't think I was here last session because I was.
No, you fell asleep at the end of last session.
No, I didn't.
You did.
3 weeks ago. During the fight with Golem,
You passed the fuck out.
you did pass the fuck out.
We fought 3 golems, and Matt got very angry.
I mean, Keat, I actually took us off air for that.
And
But
that's
yeah, I
all
did.
that happened.
Yep.
You
No.
forgot.
Wait.
Oh,
was
wait,
that
wait,
the-
wait.
was
You're
that the
talking
20
about Matt the character. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
did happen.
Was it the 21st or the 28th?
Dude, it was... So, okay, let me walk you through the process. Last week was Daikon. I was out of town. The week before that was PaizoCon. I was out of town. The week before that, the only people who were going to show up were me, Will, and Carl. So, we didn't have a session then. Then, the week before that was the session. So, 4 weeks, actually.
Been about a month, but
It's been about a month.
good you can count.
Jeez.
Congratulations! 1, 2, 3, 4.
I actually, at Daikon, there was someone who played a ranger slash cleric of Pharasma, and he had that, that sort of accent because he was from Ustalav. I have 2 jobs. I kill undead and deliver baby. And we made this joke about him throwing a baby, and it's like, it's only way to keep them out of vampires' hands.
Vampires can fly.
Yeah, we made that joke. It was great. We also derailed a society scenario because of big mommy milky Marid GF. If anybody can translate that, does anybody remember what a Marid is? One of you should.
It is the water genie.
Yes, literally, the bard did bard. Literally, the water genie didn't fight us, and they're like, "Hey, if you kill this genie slaver instead of me, I'll leave and give you the treasure bundles." And we're just like, "Yeah, you know what? That sounds like the better thing to do here." And the chaotic neutral bard was going to get something out of it, so he went along with it too. So he's like, "Oh, did you take care of the problem?" And we walk in and we're like, "Yeah, we found a way to take care of the problem." And we killed him before he even got a turn. Because we got a surprise round for it. It was great. So, Daikon and PaizoCon aside. Oh, also, I discovered a reference I made earlier on is actually incredibly relevant. So, apologies to Will on that one. And okay, longer story than what was said for the recap. You fought the golems in the temple that you snuck into and basically had no way out. Alexstrasza helped you escape. Alexstrasza then dropped off the face of the earth.
Dead.
Somehow. And someone keeps getting achievements in the background and it's sort of distracting. Anyways, Alexstrasza then said something that was really just a slip of the tongue, and 3 of us attacked him for it. Because one of those people was a very distraught person who just lost a mother.
Forget that.
What?
How could I forget the most important part?
What, that we beat up Doth?
We curb stomped Doth.
He still has teeth. That's not a curb stomp.
I'm gonna take this out on a crow later.
I mean... Anyways, the important thing about that is that we are at the point in the journey where we know where the next location is. The next location, and I'm going to move the map for you all. We're not there yet, so don't place the characters on this map.
Place the characters on the map. Okay.
Do not place the characters on the map.
Reverse psychology.
That's not reverse psychology, it's a direct order.
You love my new avatar.
I do not.
You know what that thing
Tell me not to put my character on that map and have him be a giant smashing down buildings.
Yeah, I'm telling you not to do that because you're not here. This is just the next town you're going to.
You must do it.
Oh my god. The town of Labur. Labur.
Hamburger.
A berg?
Labur. Not Labur. No.
Ham.
Laburh. Labur.
Lumber.
Labur. Don't blame me. Blame the freaking generator for giving me that name. Labur.
I blame your mother, but
My mother's a very nice lady.
a very dead lady.
Oh, that mother.
Lumberger.
Hamburger.
Lumbago.
Oh my god, what have I done?
Is the badger lady joining today? I can't remember their name. Or did
So Shaw,
Yeah.
Shaw decided, at least for now, that they did not like the size of the party.
Alright, I get that. A bit too large. Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first time it's been brought up, but like, yeah, it is a large party.
It makes combat
that.
take longer.
I mean,
Might be that, and it might also be the banter might be a bit much.
yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it's literally, they did say it was, they just were looking for a smaller party, so,
I get that.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I just want to make sure if are we expecting them again now.
I
So they
mean,
died,
for
they died.
now, they're gone. I have left the door open for them if they want to come back.
Left the door open.
So, the town of Labur is in.
Sorry.
I actually have to look this up again.
Okay, I thought I pissed you off. Jesus.
No. The town of Labur is in a particular
Labur.
forest. Oh,
It's-
gosh dang it, I have a handout. Ugh.
Well, maybe if you put the hand in, you'd be able to read what's on the handout.
Oh my god.
Checkmate, atheist.
Verderon Forest. The Verderon Forest. Okay,
Viridian?
thank you, handout. Verderon.
Verderin.
Yes, Verderin.
And
So, oh my,
Forest.
you know, I've just got to accept this, that you guys are going to bastardize any name I give you.
Well, maybe you should make up a good name.
I didn't even make up this name. This was randomly generated.
Ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
what's the pro-
Yeah.
Maybe if you found the stupid human, you'd understand. Hey.
So, the actual place is, so there's another thing. Technically, you have to go. So, okay, two things, I guess. One, Matt, Doth pick themselves up in the next morning are both fine. Are seemingly fine. The second thing is that you've got what I like to call. Is this the right one? No, this is not the right one. I was gonna say you have what I like to call a bet to pit. That is why. Why are there water elementals on this map? Will.
What?
Literally, one of the in-maps has water elementals. What did you do?
Worse
Oh.
than elementals. It
Was I not supposed to see that?
fucking-
You got the touch.
What?
You got the power.
Okay, well, there's an upper level city tavern map that has water elementals and Farmer Bob on it.
Oh no, that was just one of the NPC maps. That's where the puddles thing originated.
You got the
I just started
clown.
throwing watermelons on it because it was funny.
Well, no, I just thought that you were trolling me through that. Like, I thought that was going to be an actual thing later on.
No.
Oh, thank God. So, Matt and Doth seemingly are both fine.
Think that.
Well, I wasn't. Well, I mean, physically, you're fine.
But yeah, I'll
Ooh.
clarify this. I don't have any plans with the puddles currently, but they are always plotting something.
This is true.
I know.
Okay. Oh, wait. I gotta remove this token. Goodbye, Alex Straza.
Oh, the butterfly prick. How's it on?
So, this is the point where we will start today's session. Your comrades, one of which got the crap beaten out of them, the other one fell unconscious. You dragged both of them back to the inn, seemingly are both fine. Do any of you have any questions at this point?
No.
Jeez.
Out of character, I have one or two.
Which is?
So your mom dead? Yes, no?
Your mom dead, Lamel.
Something definitely happened. Alex Raza gives off a strong presence and it vanished.
Mom dead, Lamau.
Okay. So back to in character. You don't have any questions as to whether or not your friend is doing alright?
I mean, he just came down. I assume he's fine.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, he didn't sleep in or anything.
I mean, okay, he cried himself unconscious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why he fell unconscious. He literally dehydrated himself, man.
Well, he's got that hydro push thing. He'll be fine.
What about any of the other party members? How are you?
I could try juggling.
What about Alvis? What's she thinking at this moment in time, Caterpillar?
That would be.
What you cut out there for a second.
Exactly.
That's a great question.
I got that.
I don't know.
Hey, if I could remember
I
what-
don't know because I got obsessed with the meme.
Okay, so let me reassess you. You were two party members, one of which got the snot beaten out of them, the other which cried themselves into unconsciousness, are both awake and both seem to be doing fine.
You got a touch.
Well, then everything's good.
You got the power.
Okay. So, Matt would gather you all at a table, clear as throat. Sorry about that. I'm good. Okay, so, we have some things to finish up here. First of all, we have a bet to collect. Kelgar, you still have that clan dagger I made you, right?
Oh, it appears I lost it.
Oh.
Kelgar?
I'm really kidding.
I was about to say, because you see, do you not remember? Oh yeah, I don't think you were there when we made the bet. Yeah, so we take your clan dagger back to your grandfather, and your what? Oh, he was there?
He was there.
But what do you remember?
Nothing.
We take your
Grandpa decided to make a bet.
Yes. Yes, now he would be your subordinate.
Wait, he's Paladin of Torag.
Yep.
Wait, doesn't that mean he's got to abide by it?
Yes. Why do you think I make bets with paladins? I know they can't back away from them. So, I suggest we get going to your grandfather's place. And we show him your clan dagger, and we collect on our bet. Any questions? At this point, make me a perception check. Well, there's something different. Gavilan, you would notice two things. First of all, he is not fine. Second of all, he has something new on his belt. Maple, you would be able to determine that that is a non-magical weapon. That's a dagger of some sort.
Why isn't the dwarf doing fine?
No, not the dwarf. Your leader is not doing fine. He is lying through his teeth.
I think I have a spell for that.
I don't think that he would willingly fail it at this point. Because Maple, you'd also be able to tell that he's lying. Actually, I have to check to see if Doth actually passes that. I believe so. Doth would at least see the dagger. Maple, that is a clan dagger, actually. That's what you would get.
Alright. I'm gonna talk about the clan dagger then.
The clan dagger. What do you want to know about it?
What clan are you from?
This is... Oh, jeez.
What was that? I couldn't hear you. Let me turn off my fan.
No, he cut off. Wait, what's visible to you?
I'll send you a screenshot. There you go.
Yeah, no, those things aren't really too relevant. Don't worry about them. And they're just add-ons that are visible. Like, that's not too important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, Matt would just sort of say, "Oh, was something that I managed. I got a. I had a dream, and I used a code on Alex Strauss's safe, and I found a package with my name on it, and it had this clan dagger here in a letter.
Cool.
So I've not read the letter yet. I have some unfinished business, but I'm fine. Like, let's just do what we need to do here."
Okay.
And then Doc, sorry, I actually need to check a different character sheet for what I.
We need to level up if you're free to do that tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, so at this point, it's 2 class feats, a skill feat, or we'll level up at the end. We'll do it tomorrow.
All right. Just shoot me a DM when you're free.
Yep. Given I think I have somewhere what we worked on for like you up to level 9.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might change around some things. I like that lie to me perk. I didn't realize I didn't take that.
Yeah, no, Doth, you'd be able to tell. It's so DC 20 perception check is what you're looking for to tell. He is trying to not talk about it. Not because he doesn't want to talk to you about it, more because he doesn't want to worry you. He does not want you to think that he can't handle himself through this.
Well, this idiot needs to realize that this is a group. You hiding shit from us can really fuck us over. Why am I doing that? Not that that would help. But it really would probably be a good idea to share your concerns with the group's good.
Look. There's time and a place, and that time and place is not now. Let's just do what we need to for now. And as far as the route to Leberg, I think we should head through the city of. No, I think we should head through the city of Curse. In what was that place we passed through to get here? It's not important. Actually no. You know what? It is sort of important because they hate the dwarves.
Oh, who doesn't hate those?
So, Will, the Money Kingdom, is literally dwarves discriminating against humans, so the humans are not wearing beards and don't drink, or at least the human males, because they hate the dwarves who ban them from growing beards and drinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a
They
bunch
hate
of.
them, so
Oh
they
yeah,
do what they say.
Matt, that mummy character I talked about, that was the second plan. He's from there. He's a dwarf from there.
Well, regardless. Also, technically, if you were a prophet of Calistrate, it would be a different type of undead, but that's another story. So, you guys go to... What is Kelgar's clan name?
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. So, you go to the Iron Fist clan's mead hall, or whatever they have for their base of operations. And Matt just pats Kelgar on the shoulder and says, "Okay, buddy. You get to deliver this news. Do it however you want, just don't kill anybody."
Okay. So Kelgar walks in, and he just dangles the dagger, and it's high up, and he just kind of shows it around the house. Hey, Dad. Dad, look what I got. Oh, son, you got it. Yay. Good job. And then he goes over to his grandpa. He's like, "Hey, Grandpa, do you remember that you made a bet?" He's like, "What bet? Do you know the one that said you would come with us if I got this?" He's like, "Oh, you actually got the thing? Also, you're alive. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Huh? Huh?"
Yeah, pay
Dumpy
up,
came
Slim
back.
Jim.
Oh,
What did you say, Will?
Stumpy came back. Oh, Stumpy came back. Oh.
Oh wait, yeah, Matt bet actual gold on this too. He'd walk back in. Hey, not to brag, but I believe some of you owe me some gold.
And they fork over the money.
Yeah.
It was like 10 gold.
Yeah, it was like 10 gold, and Matt just says, "Yeah, hopefully there won't ever be another bet on somebody of my crew's life or livelihood that will cripple a nation's economy." Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
No.
Yeah.
That's what we like to call foreshadowing so heavy that you would fall unconscious when getting hit with it.
So I can fix the economy by doing. Okay.
No, this is a joke about a campaign that we had to refresh. Anyways, I'm adding 10 gold to my sheet. I forgot about this. Yeah. Hey guys, I have 1,269 gold now.
Well, I added Kelgar's new feat for level 8.
I
Pretty
have
nice.
an amount of gold.
He's got pain tolerance. Because that's a new feat that's on there now.
Ah.
Because
So,
Alkenstar related. Or Outlaws of Alkenstar related.
yep. So, technically you're not coming with us, but technically Kelgar got promoted to captain with his exploits in the Underdark. You're joining as a private. That means Kelgar is technically your commanding officer, or is one of your commanding officers.
Wait, Grandpa.
Ooh.
Oh, you're gonna
I mean, Kelgar, don't get too high of an opinion. Like, there are still some people above you in the chain of command.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you've earned it. Give him one order. At least to start.
I want you to go to the town square and wear a dress. And then his grandfather just looks at him and he's like, just because he said I'd go along with you doesn't mean I have to take orders from you.
Technically, you agreed to go along with us at the lowest rank. So, he's a higher rank than you. You know how the military works, right?
Yes.
Now, that is not a order that I would abide by, so instead, why don't you just make Kelgar a new weapon before we leave?
Fair enough, that'll be fine. And he fashions him a new flail. With probably just higher fire damage.
Okay.
I want to give an order.
What do you want to give him an order of?
X guard.
Jump.
Gavilan, what do you want him to do?
Jump.
Yeah. Jump. You know what the response to that is, Paladin, don't you? I told you to jump. I'm the leader of this outfit. I told you to jump. What is the response? I believe you are supposed to say, how high? So, I appreciate you jumping. Don't worry, this is the worst I will abuse this. Instead, I would just like you and your clan to support the people of Andoran with their war with Cheliax.
Give me a keg.
Yeah,
Give me money.
Yeah, neither are we. Technically, you joining our organization would make you an enemy of the Chelaxian people.
Oh, great. Where's Switzerland?
What?
Yeah, what is Switzerland? I've never heard of it.
No, the dwarves are totally not Switzerland, dude.
Is this Saturday?
Today is Saturday.
It is.
This,
Friday.
wait, really?
Yes.
Well, jeez. The Swiss are getting drawn into a war. What the fuck? Truly, I call shenanigans, but whatever. So, I can expect your people's help in the war with Cheliax, right?
Yes.
And if you do a good enough job in that, you will earn the ability not to take orders from us.
Good that.
So there's your motivation, good sir. Do you agree to these terms? What?
Nothing.
I...
Oh wait.
Yeah, yeah. You... Yeah.
Korag looks disapprovingly on him.
What just happened? You don't
He gained
look...
a strike.
He gained a strike. Okay, did you just lie to me?
Oh shit.
He's not supposed to be able to do that.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna leave before I stress you out anymore and you lose all of your abilities. I don't think you disagree with that sentiment.
No, I do not.
Okay. By the way, do you have a means of transport we can borrow? Do you have a means of transport we can borrow to get to our next destination on our quest for Sky Igniter?
I can commission a carriage.
Thank you. We are planning on going to the town through a river carriage, or through a riverboat. However, we are going to stop by the capital of Druma first.
Wait, what's a boat?
Well, you see, it's something that goes over water, but that's not important right now.
Oh, those things.
Yeah.
We don't make boats.
Yeah.
We make them out of stone.
Well, technically, if you make them airtight, they wouldn't sink.
He wrote that down.
Alex Straza was the one who told me that. How do you guys not know that?
Alex Straza, that sounds familiar.
Let's get going.
We practitioners of Torag are not very inclined to listen to the pointy ears.
He was literally one of your own people. He earned your people's
Also an
respect.
enemy of our people, so
What?
and also an enemy of our people, so
What do you mean an enemy of your people?
well, not really, but
Yeah, she literally grew up here under Priest of Torag's guidance. You not? You know what? I'm gonna get going before I.
just because she said that doesn't necessarily mean everybody agree with it.
He was one of your council members.
Yeah, doesn't mean everybody agrees with that either.
Whatever, I'm leaving. I will expect the commission. I will expect the commissioned ride to meet me at the gates. Then Matt walks out.
Back. We're just talking about the dwarf family dynamics or something.
Yeah, so we are going to get heading on the road to the capital of Druma, known as Curse. We've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember what happened last time we were here, everybody?
Fun.
Well, it's a city, so I'm imagining that something bad happened.
Do you guys remember the Plane of Nightmares? Yeah, that was this place that you guys went there from.
Ooh boy.
It sounds fun.
So, here's what happens when you get cursed. You all get to the hotel, then Matt goes off on his own. You guys are now doing something. You are doing the research system.
No, girl.
Yeah, there is something going on in the city.
No.
And you can do various checks to figure out what is going on in this city.
Are any of them performance?
No.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Dang.
Also, Matt would
religion
not be
check.
here. Yeah, religion is on one of them. That's the blue box. The blue box is religion, lore of any deity, and diplomacy. The red box is warfare lore, legal lore, diplomacy, and deception. This is the religious district. This is the guard district. And the financial box, or the green box, the financial district, is mercantile lore, diplomacy, and deception. So you may make your choice on where you go.
Can I use my accounting in the green box?
No.
Sure.
You know what? That sounds good. I'm going green as well.
Oh god.
I cast
Let's
maggot.
go.
I choose a box to do some research in.
Right. Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, I actually have religion. Rip. I probably should have gone to the blue box.
Actually, so here's the rule with lore skill checks versus regular skill checks.
So red box is
Lores are a lower DC, except when they're not. So, we will go in order of names at the bottom. Hey, Will, put Kelgar on the map.
didn't really.
Yeah, Will, put Kelgar on the map. Will! Fine, we'll go to him later. So, MemeName, you can make your religion check.
I already did.
Oh, yes.
29.
Yep, so, that is a success, which gets you 1 point. Next
Wow.
next off, we will go to Caterpillar with the accounting lore.
Cool. Boink.
Okay, that's a critical success, so that gets you 2 points.
Yeah.
So, the
Can I use a hero
primary...
point on that?
Why do you want to use a hero point on that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Kelgar
so...
Man, use it on mine.
cheat. There.
What lore skills does he have? Not that he's any good at them, but, you know.
So Kelgar proceeds to try to figure out what the heck research means.
Yeah, no, he know... Yeah, no. Will, you rolled a 13. You know. You know what research is. Also, you are basically going around figuring out what's going on. He knows how to do that. What skills does he have?
And he gets lost.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll a random dice to figure out which area he goes to, then.
You want me to have a leash and drag him around with me?
He goes to the red district with Doth.
Okay.
Good, you get some help.
So, does he have warfare lore, Will?
No.
Really?
I'm the only one.
Does he
here.
not have lore skills? What?
I'm the only one with warfare skills, dude.
What's his background?
Oh, I don't think I gave him a background.
Just give
Matt
him
has warfare
lore.
lore.
Minor.
Yeah, he's not with you at the moment. He just
Oh.
sort of
Minor
ditched.
background.
Oh, minor background?
I mean, he's got. I mean,
He's a minor.
Technically, he
Oh,
was a guard for
I
a
don't
while,
like
so
that,
give him
but
warfare
minor
lore.
because he got kicked out of the card.
Yeah, I know. Give
Look.
him warfare lore.
Look, I don't like people who
He doesn't
mine.
remember anything though.
Will, you have a -2 intelligence. You're gonna be bad at it regardless.
Diamond. Mine diamond.
Don't worry, he didn't spell it. Dude, he actually knows how to spell minor, so he doesn't get himself in trouble.
Right.
If you spent.
So,
Yeah,
Will,
E.
yes, you have lore. Okay, warfare. There you go.
He has warfare war.
No, he has warfare
Warfare.
because
You remember the battles. He didn't remember the.
yeah. So yep. So, Will, why don't you make me your warfare lore check?
Okay.
It's not a crit failure. If he
Yep.
did literally any other skill, it would have been a crit failure. You found the crit failure DC for the non-lore skill checks. So, with that, we will go to Keat. What check do you want to make to gather information? Or wait, no, I was about to give you something. Do you guys remember what the main religion in Druma is?
No.
Sonneture, right?
The Prophecies of Calistrade. You know what you don't see a lot of in the religious district?
No.
Prophets of Calistrade. There's something weird going on.
Who's Calistray?
He is the person who inspired the religion that this country worships in.
Yeah, I got that part.
He's the Jesus of capitalism.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll do performance.
All right, because he could use that in place of diplomacy. That's a failure.
I'll actually do performance.
Yeah.
See,
So that's a success.
did it. You beat the game. Yay.
Oh, wait a second. What is your modifier to performance
4.
without training in charisma, Keat?
What?
You got assurance for performance last time. What is your... I'm sorry, I just have to check this very quickly. Yeah, actually, Keat, you can just use assurance here.
What's CERN?
Assurance gives you a guaranteed result of 24.
Oh, sure, I'll use that.
So that's a success. That is a guaranteed success at any of these.
Oh yeah, you told me this would only be useful for this level.
Well, no, because I made the DC for this level by accident, and the DC for your performance checks to inspire would only be useful this level for assurance, which is a guaranteed success. Anyways, you would get a success, so that would push us to 4. Doth, would you give us a deception check?
No. I'm doing a religion check.
That's not the place for religion.
I'm doing a religion check.
Well, that's a failure. Does not do anything bad on a failure. So back to the top of the order, Michael. Make me another religion check.
You got
You're
it.
at 5 at the moment for research points. Okay, so you found the DC exactly. So Maple realizes something even more odd. You see something that people tend to be hiding on their person, and you guys, you think they're religious symbols of a couple of important merchants that are religious symbols of Nihil.
Kill them all.
But you also have a weird feeling that they would also not really agree with a lot of the tenets. You know, it's a fad religion going on at the moment. That's sort of what you've come to the conclusion of, at least at this point. Lightsbane, make me another warfare lore check. Still not a crit failure. Which, oh my goodness, I just realized. No, you could roll a 1 or a 2 to get a crit failure. Never mind. Anyways, Elvis, accounting lore?
Yeah.
Delicious.
I could always go to the blue one and do religion.
Hey, you want to use one of
And
those
that-
7 hero points?
A nat 20 followed up by a nat 1.
Okay, that's not so. Unfortunately, that's not a critical success. But oh wait, no, it's accounting lore. That is a critical success. So that boosts us to 8.
So I've
Gavilan, you
gotten
want...
2 crits.
So Gavilan gets an automatic success, which means that between the two of you, you discover that no, it's not just a fad religion. It's just slowly seeping its way into this area, and you also find another disturbing thing. You discover a shrine in the merchants district to what appears to be the Whispering Tyrant. Yeah, that's another weird thing, you guys. You guys noticed something was weird about the atmosphere here, and yeah, that's a really big red flag. But yeah, no, well, they're not being killed on sight for some reason. Yes, that is indeed something going on. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Anyways, back to Doth. Whatever check you want to make, my man. Well, you're not next to your mic.
Also, are they living?
Yeah, they're living. Okay, so that is a success, but not a critical success. So we're at 9. So we're back to the top of the order. MemeName, make me a check for religion or diplomacy or a lore about a specific deity.
Anything other than religion.
Well, okay. Next up, we'll go to another warfare lore check to see if Kelgar crit fails. By God, it's a success! So, Kelgar, you've discovered, through you talking with the guard, a particular guard, that they have been directly threatened by the Whispering Tyrant, and the only reason he's not following through with it at the moment is because of the fact that Nihil seems to be giving them some sort of layer of protection, so long as they obey. They made a deal with the devil to prevent them all from becoming the next, what is it? Deadlands? Gravelands. The more disturbing part of this is you discover the Whispering Tyrant is on the move.
Who?
The Whispering Tyrant. You know, the Lich so bad it literally took a future deity to destroy, and then they didn't even destroy it, they just sealed it away, and it broke out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just say it's really bad
You
news.
would know because basically a boogeyman.
Also, no, you would know, Catalon. You said you were going to kill it.
When?
What?
When?
When you were talking to the Lich about getting his phylactery?
Oh, it's that dude.
Yeah!
Alright, let's get him.
That is a horrible idea. He is mythic level 5, which means he's level 25. And that was in Path 1. Anyways, next up we will go to Caterpillar for another accounting lore. There's still more to gain, yes. Oh, right, Caterpillar is going to be ERB. So, Keat, why don't you make me a performance check?
Oh boy, I love those.
Okay, so, Keat, you got the last bit of it. They're actually not threatening them in the way they think they are. So, the regular people, which is why the guards know this, have been told that they are getting protection from Nihil so they don't become the next Gravelands, right? The actual higher-ups, the elites in the society, are basically being told that their prophet, Calistrade, who poured as much material wealth into his body as possible, body got captured by somebody. They found out it was Nihil, and she threatened to give his body to the Lord of the Gravelands unless they agreed to start taking her orders. And what?
Why is this body important?
Well, if you must know, the prophecies of Calistrade is a religion based upon literally creating your own afterlife through gaining as much material wealth and then pumping yourself full of gold.
Okay.
So imagine if the body of Christ was being threatened with necromancy.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, this is literally like the worst thing that could happen.
And the
And
answer to that is to work with the necromancer.
no, Nihil gave back is threatening to give the body to the Whispering Tyrant, unless they do what she says.
It sounds like the correct answer here would be to try and kill Nihil.
I mean, either way, you're going to have to try and kill a god. Because the Whispering Tyrant is god level.
We could probably.
You consider it the god.
What I'm trying to say is, this is a side quest for later, because right now you are nowhere near capable of handling this. But yeah, you basically have discovered that what is going on in the kingdom of Druma, that is weird, and later on, when you're powerful enough to actually go through this, you will come back to this place to secure more material wealth and allies. There you go. That's what this research section was submitting. So, you get back to the inn, and we go from one game mastery system to another game mastery system. Hello, everybody. Why don't you make me another perception check, everyone?
I do not like this background. Its smug aura mocks me.
So, Maple He's no longer lying about being fine. Something happened.
Why are they just talking to two empty chairs?
No, this is... I don't have a Hero Forge icon for any of you. So this is the background I made. Feel free to place your characters, because now we're in an influence event.
So I'll place myself in the tiny chair.
Share seat you have on.
Friendship.
What are you drawing? Who is drawing? What? Oh, person, right?
Oh, it's Doth.
It's not.
Doth's bigger than us. I don't like that.
So, immediately, you would find out something. So, do you guys remember the influence system? It's been a while. I don't think we've done it, actually. So, I'm going
You're not
to
looking
edit
too
the
good.
document because you would get something known as a personal bias for the influence system at the beginning. Which is just something you can use to get a bonus to influence checks. So, you guys remember Aurora, right?
No.
Really? You don't remember your pupil, Gavilan? That's rather irresponsible. The new Empress of Taldor.
Oh, that's right. The woman who does things.
What? What? Yeah.
Yes.
The what? Dork? What are you guys? Dork can... I don't even know what that means. Regardless.
Yes.
I have given you all a handout. You are welcome to read it. Caterpillar, are you back yet?
Impossible cake.
No. It literally has the picture that is the background for this. I just made the background so that people could see it on the stream. Okay. Keat, it's literally under something in the
I
fade.
found it.
Yeah. So, you are welcome to read that. And I guess I'll go over the rules of an influence system while we're here. Well, do you know what an influence system is? Jeez, can you guys warn me when you leave the table at least? Oh.
What do you want?
Do you know what an influence system is, Will? Okie dokie. Do not look at the GM notes, okay? You do not have access to that. Well, you do, but don't. Because there will be... So, in the influence system, there are two types of checks you can make. One is an influence check using skills that may or may not be effective. The other is a check to find out what skills are effective as well as weaknesses and and resistances. Weaknesses are things you can do to get an additional bonus. Weaknesses are typically so dumb that they are irrelevant, but in this particular case, they are very relevant. So they will be, but weaknesses are weaknesses are things that you say to make people like it better. Resistances are things that you do not bring up when talking to a person. Typically, in Pathfinder Society, there's something like, hey, don't insult this person's husband. But that's not the case here.
What's the goal here?
The goal here is to influence them enough that you get other handouts and other things, other information.
Who are we influencing?
Who? Guys, can you please stop drawing for a second? Who do you think? Read the map.
The map.
It literally has. Read the map or the handout. Who do you think you're influencing based on those titles?
Matt and Aurora.
Yes.
Well, why would I influence Matt?
He is an NPC in this particular context. This is an influence event. This is. But you have 2 targets that you can get this information out of using different skills, and there will be a time limit of 12 rounds. So I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative. Because yes, you roll initiative in this sort of event.
Wait, this is telling me that she's a cuckold.
Yes, Matt did say she was weird. Yes, yes. You read that right, Keat.
You made her a cuckold.
Yes. There's a reason for it. Maybe you'll find out during the influence system.
Well, maybe I will if I figure out how it works.
Yeah, okay. So, I already explained it, but I'll explain it again. Doth, I need you to drag a token on. And Gavilan, will you roll initiative?
I already. Oh, I thought it was perception. Sure, I'll roll initiative.
Yep. And will you put a token on the board, as will... I'll just put Doth's token on the board. Will you put your character on the board?
Yeah, I'll do it.
And roll initiative.
For me, so give me a sec. I have to refresh the page.
Oh wait, I
Page
guess
is
my
good
thing.
enough.
No, this is an influence event, Will.
You get to
You
fight.
roll initiative for influence event.
You
Oh,
can punch her in the
okay.
jaw. We can
Kelgar's doing bad job because he's Kelgar.
Well, actually, yeah, that is pretty bad. Because I think the only thing you'd really be able to do is find out things through discovery. So, the influence system works a little like this. You have 2 actions you can take each turn. You can try and discover something about the character you wish to... basically, you can discover weakness, which makes the check... which basically will allow you to get bonuses to the checks you make. You can discover personal biases, which I've already given to you for free, because this would sort of be something you'd be able to pick up before the influence event starts. You can also discover resistances, which are things that you should not do, and will get you negatives for using resistances. And you can discover the actual influence skills. Now, you can use actual influence skills, but I will blind roll them for you until you actually discover them. Basically, I'm going to pull up all your character sheets just in case.
No.
Yes.
Okay, what do I have to roll to ask her about her cuckoldry?
Well, first of all, Maple's first.
Okay.
Oh.
Maple.
Matt, you're looking well.
So, what are you trying to do? Because currently you don't have any skills you know you can influence them with. And you're a cleric, so your perception is pretty high, and that's always a way you can discover something.
Yeah, it's perception.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Matt, you're looking pretty well based
I'll
on
let
my
you,
last.
yeah.
roll.
I'll let you keep that
Great.
last roll. Yeah.
You're readable today, Matt.
Matt would say, yes. You see, and I'm gonna give you a handout.
I'm gonna give him a handy. Okay.
No. That's a critical success at 2 points with Matt. He would
Oh.
explain to you what happened earlier today. So, show to players. And you can read that in your own time. Basically, the two ran into... I will summarize it for you. But, basically, the two of them ran into each other. Aurora's on her way to the Dwarven lands. But there is something in particular that Matt learned from a letter he got, and Aurora managed to help snap him out of the funk he was in. And the two are currently here trying to Matt's trying to open up to you a little more. Aurora's trying to get to know you a little better. So that's why you got a really weird thing at the beginning of this conversation. So for that critical success, I will let you learn two things about Matt. They have to be different, but you can learn weakness, resistance, or an influence skill.
Alright, we'll do one weakness and one influence skill.
So Matt's lowest influence skill is athletics, and his weakness, I messed up. His weakness is actually asking him about the letter and talking to him about it is a good way to earn a bonus. So that's what you learned about Matt. Gavilan, do you want to hold off until you want to ask Aurora something? How do you want to do it?
Well, I'll give you performance.
Okay, let me secret roll that for you. I have to secret roll it, so. Okay. So you don't know that's an influence skill. But what do you want to say to her? Because this is also important.
I want to ask her about the cuckoldry.
What do you want to know?
When did Matt first get into the cuckoldry?
Why are you a cuckold?
Okay, so this is a long story. You see, God, this makes me look bad. I've had, my people follow him around for a bit. Because I, met him once. He was a huge influence on me, and I wanted to keep tabs on him. At first, hearing stories about, his exploits made me very annoyed, and eventually it led into this. So I'm not really... I don't know. It's like, you hear about someone you care about doing things, and it at first annoys you, and then you sort of get a weird attachment to the idea. Also, I don't want a baby getting in the way of my ambitions, so that's a good way of making sure there is a defined heir to this throne. So, I guess there's a political lens to it too, but it's more of just something weird that happened, and I'm not okay with it. I actually kind of like the idea, but that's about it.
Look at him.
What?
But look at him.
Yeah, what about him?
Look at those glasses.
They're the exact same glasses you're wearing. Those are glasses of sociability. That is exactly what you wear, Gavilan.
Yeah, but I pull it off.
Well, look, Gavilan, we can't help who we fall in love with. I mean, have you fallen in love with someone?
No.
Gavilan, you're literally married.
Oh, that's right. My wife.
Dude, you don't talk about our marriage, dude.
What's her name again?
Yeah, what was her name, Will? The dwarf lady that Gavilan married?
Oh.
Will, what was her name?
Goth.
That's a good question.
Gosh dang it, Mary. Fine, it's Mary.
Linda, yes.
Oh yes, it was. Jeez.
I have her finger in my backpack.
No, she might actually be traveling with you as a hireling.
Yes, she's with us. She came with me.
Yeah, she
She's-
will not be
Oh my
fighting though.
God,
She.
wait. You
she
don't
will-
remember my name?
Shush, Linda. Men are talking.
Goblin, I'm a woman.
Sus, cuckold. I lost control of this situation. My turn is over.
Yeah, I forgot to tell Gavlon. That's not a woman.
What?
It's a skinwalker.
It's a skinwalker.
Yes.
Are you gonna try and do a deception to make me believe my wife is a skinwalker?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, your wife is a dwarf.
A skinwalker.
So, Doth, you currently know the lowest DC check for Matt, as well as a weakness that will get you a bonus. You have athletics, right?
Oh, so you want me to take his letter and start reading it? Okay.
Well, no, that would be thievery, and that's. You know what? If you want to roll thievery, you can see. We can do a secret roll here.
See what happens there.
No, good sir. Secret
Oh, no.
roll. I have to roll it.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it was successful. It also doesn't seem like it was a failure, so that probably won't work.
It's also a joke.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna actually give you a
Yeah,
check.
I don't think that would work at all.
Yeah, but you know, you could wrestle him while talking to him about it. That's an athletic check right there.
What's his bitch into? She's in the cuckoldry, right?
It's a weird thing that happened when
That's
you hear.
good.
Yeah.
A weird
What is?
thing.
Why is
You know
that?
what, Matt?
Understanding.
You think seduction would work for under deception? So she might get into this. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Matty boy. That didn't work. I'm gonna hero point that.
Yeah, actually, no. You would not be rolling your secret checks because it's weird. I have to roll them.
Oh, okay.
Are you actually? Who are you trying to use this on? Who are you actually trying to
You.
influence?
We want to get Aurora happy.
So that would be actually influencing Aurora.
Yeah. So I want to start seducing Big Boy. So the fuck.
Okay. Well, let me roll that check because
Watch as it fucking works.
nope. That's
Okay.
that is not even with the personal bias boost and the weakness is that a success. But
Okay.
also, you don't know if it's a failure either because it doesn't seem to do anything. Also, Matt does not seem to be into that. So, yeah. That's maybe there's a different approach. Hey, Kelgar, you want to roll me a perception check to see what you can learn about the other person? Oh my god. Okay, well, you get one discovery skill or resistance or weakness for Aurora. And you get two of those options. What do you want to know about Aurora? Do you remember what a weakness and resistance are, Will? Well, I can. Okay, so weakness, resistance. You get one of those and an influence skill.
Okay. Weakness, I guess.
Weakness is actually exactly what Doth just did. Trying to get her happy tonight. That is, yes, I will add it to the handout for you guys, what you've learned.
And I
But
get the influence skill, which I'm not sure what that means.
to influence Aurora, performance, or Shaylin lore are the lowest. But since none of you have Shaylin lore,
Want that? Sounds useless.
Shaylin lore, all lores are useless. Well, actually, Warfare lore is like the catch-all. I recently learned that me using Warfare lore as a catch-all is legitimately how that should work.
Yeah.
All right, I don't give you the DC. I just give you the influence skill.
You've got the touch. You've got the power.
Yeah.
And then, so, Maple,
Yep. Gonna do more perception.
okay. Who are you trying to perceive something about?
Perceiving
I'm
that.
half back. I'm just kind of listening.
Perceiving Matt. I need you to roll initiative, Caterpillar.
I'm not at my computer.
Okay. We'll
Smoke
just
right.
have a couple of rounds to do when you get back.
All right.
So, what do you want to know? You know personal bias, you know weakness,
Let's see. Let's see. Let's find one personal bias and another.
No, there's only so that is a critical success, yes, but
Critical
you only are able to discover one personal bias, one weakness, one resistance. So your options at the moment are resistance and influence skill.
People. Yeah.
Influence.
What she said.
So the next highest influence is Arcana. Do you want both of the next highest influence? Or next lowest? Yeah, so Arcana and Diplomacy.
All right. Gavelon, quick, use performance instead of diplomacy.
Well, actually, Performance is the lowest skill check for...
I am pressing the button.
One button.
Gal... 1 second. I am updating the thing. I'm just gonna... So, Gavelon, that is a success. You no longer have to roll that privately.
I don't know how to not do that.
Just click on the box that I clicked on your sheet.
The box.
You got the box.
Okay, so you see the little speech bubble at the top left next to the character option that's orange at the moment?
Yeah.
Click on it. Also, Gavelon, you discovered something else. You discovered that I made the DC you can literally succeed at this without having to roll. You discovered that now.
Don't do it. Don't believe his lies.
No. That was a success. He got a 24, which is the DC, or at least high enough to beat the DC.
You got the DC.
So, but let's see if you can push it any further. What are you trying to do, Gavelon?
I genuinely don't know.
Why don't you read what you've currently learned?
Don't read anything.
Alright, let me get that thing out again.
Yeah, just what I would recommend is popping it out into a separate window.
None of this I'm interested in. I don't really care.
I mean, this will have important information in it.
But important to what?
What?
But important to what?
The story of the campaign?
I assume if Matt knows something, I'll eventually find out, and I don't know what she knows.
No, you have to find out through the influence system. This is your chance to learn it.
Oh, that's right. Hey, what was in the letter thingy?
Okay. So you're influencing Matt with diplomacy using performance. In that case, that is not a success. Oh, that is not a success. But you use the letter. And so that will become a success. And Matt would say, well, he'd dust his palms and sort of bow and say, I'm sorry, I've been sort of a conceited asshole. I have made myself too much of some arrogant piece of shit who thinks he knows how to do everything by himself. And, uh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better in the future. I'm going to rely on you more for things in the future. I'm not gonna try and do everything myself anymore. Because
Genuine.
That's really interesting. What was in the letter?
the letter basically told me that I was too focused on improving myself, that I had become an arrogant person who thought he could do everything alone, and I have capable people to depend upon, so I should not just rely on my own strength and I should trust in you guys more.
Oh, who sent it?
It was Alex Strauss's last message to me. She penned it the night before we went down.
Or what?
My turn's done. I think it's time to change the subject a little.
Yeah, Doth, what do you want to do?
Drink.
Yeah, actually, alcohol lore is a way to discover something about Matt.
I don't have alcohol lore.
Wait,
I have
really?
alcohol.
No, God no.
I'm the one that has alcohol.
I don't drink.
Who's Aurora?
Oh my god.
This guy.
This girl. She has short hair.
Matt.
What?
I haven't been here.
You were the... Okay, so remember the Empress of Taldor and Shadow of Corleone?
Not really. Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
Matt's waifu.
Yes. Yes.
We made a bet, and now we have the capital of a small nation.
Yeah, sure.
What? No. What are you talking about? We made a bet? I actually don't remember what you're talking about.
The bet that people, Matt and the Empress of Taldor, were going to end up together.
No,
So they
no,
put all their
that-
money into
no.
the pot.
No,
And now-
you're misremembering this. Yeah, Matt and Graves were actually secretly gay lovers. That was what people were betting on.
Correct, and we all won.
Which was incorrect, and two of you won. And now the Kingdom of Taldor was paying off debts. But you guys have changed the timeline, so now they're getting hitched earlier. Anyways, so yeah, you're basically trying to figure out more about what's going on with Matt and Aurora.
All right, what can I roll? Because I have a few rounds I need to do.
You could do Arcana to try and influence Matt. By the way, were you here just a second ago?
Kind of. I was eating. What do you mean?
Did you hear the last thing that Gavlon got?
I don't really know.
He made a fake letter from his mom.
No. It was a real letter from Alex Straza that told Matt he was
Said,
a...
"I was right."
So I can't.
That's the literate retard.
Can I? Oh wait, no, hold up.
Let me
So what is
tell
it
you
if
what you learned.
What are the other? Okay. Fine, fuck it.
You know that the influence skills are athletics, arcana, and diplomacy.
Athletics, arcana,
Our
diplomacy.
performance
and
for
then-
Aurora. So
Okay.
what you learned a second ago is first
And
of
then
all,
there were biases.
yes, personal biases as well as weaknesses and resistances. But
Okay.
you have not discovered any resistances yet. But you learned a second ago that the letter consisted of Alex Straza telling Matt he needed to not try and do everything by himself and be less of an arrogant piece of shit. Some harsh love. So he's apologized to
that
you.
one.
Yeah. He's apologized to you for being a bit of an arrogant piece of shit. And trying to trust on you and rely on you more in the future and not trying to do everything himself.
About damn time you realize that. Proud of you, buddy.
Okay, so you have a couple of influence skills that you are trained are better in. What do you want to try and do, Alvis?
Oh, I could easily do Arcana, but what else? What else can I?
Athletics is the lowest DC for Matt. Arcana is higher. Diplomacy is higher.
I believe I have a better Arcana by 1.
So you guys will not get the DCs. However, you sort of know based upon
Or was it Athletics?
it
One of
was
those-
athletics is the lower DC. But you can also tie in a weakness or personal bias and get additional bonuses.
What are the biases? Is
So you can read them. There's a handout for you. But the bias for Matt, who you're focusing on, is, mention some of your own trading or your own, like, for you can mention how you're trying to work on your construct or what you're trying to do with it. And his weakness is, talking about the letter. So about time you realize that is actually covering the weakness portion of it. And,
can I find anything else more about the two of them?
Yes, you can use perception, alcohol lore, or warfare lore for Matt, or perception, Shaylin lore, genealogy lore, heraldry lore, or diplomacy for Aurora.
None of them can do crafting.
I know. At the moment, neither of them are focused on crafting.
Okay, so I can either do I beat Matt in one thing, and I know that, and I forget if it's Arcana or Athletics.
You have a higher int.
I have a higher int, so I think I'm gonna do Arcana. Is DC 13? Will a 13 get me anywhere?
So it's not. So you would roll your Arcana
Oh no,
check.
a 17. Well, a 17 is because like I know Doth can like just pick stuff up.
So the DC you would roll the check and roll it openly, and then I will tell you the result based upon how you use your words in the check. So
I don't know what to say.
I mean, you've already said part of the weakness, which was, man, that's actually you might have covered both of those, because you talked to him about what was in the letter and also acknowledged oh, hey, it's about time you realize that. So yeah, you've covered both weakness and a personal bias. But you might also, hey, Caterpillar, this is a time where you can geek out about your inventions and stuff. Yeah, that's what the Arcana is for. You're talking about, particular. You're doing a knowledge check equivalent for conversation. So you're talking about Arcana with him if you're rolling Arcana, but I still need you to roll it.
What should I say? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
One of your rolls will already have the weakness and personal bias but that will be your second round roll.
Oh, I know the whole clockwork thing and how
One second.
Her construct's not clockwork.
Awkward. Okay.
So, what did you say? Oh, say I got interrupted.
It's like trying to get you to understand the finer workings of a construct and how what I have does not have anything to do with being a clockwork machine because its core does not run off of a wind-up mechanism, a magical wind-up mechanism. It runs off of a magic generator and stays in coils. 36.
Well, that's a critical success. Okay. Listen to me. That's critical success without weakness and resistance, without factoring anything in. So but you found the DC for a critical success without factoring those things in. So your second roll gets a +2 in addition to what you currently have.
All right. So I have to roll again.
I mean, yeah, but you get a +2 on this one
All right.
because you would not have discovered the letter thing until this round.
But if you bothered to put more into your brain than into your brawn, you might be able to get it. But I bet you, with your muscle strength, you could probably take off a leg of my construct. Maybe. And I'm gonna try athletics 20.
Is that already factoring in the +2?
Yeah, no, that's not factoring the +2.
So, that is still not a success with +2.
All right. Should
But you have
I still
7
have,
hero points.
Yeah.
6, actually. You used one last time. So that will
31.
push you to a success. And you have him wrestle with the construct while you talk for a bit, and he tells you something. Actually, Elvis, your construct and your armor are quite interesting to me. I was hoping that you might be able to teach me a bit more about your particular techniques over the next leg of the journey.
I definitely could. I mean, most of my expertise has shifted from construct research, which I think is at its finality, to a more maybe conjuration focused approach and pocket realms.
I actually wanted to learn a bit more about your armor.
Oh,
if I'm
the
being
armor.
specific.
Honestly, the same plating on my armor is on the construct, minus the thermal insulation. Most of that is just what it is it's kind of weird shaped, mostly because it braces parts of my body so that I can pull off more physically strenuous work than most people. I can already do that. I'm built like a brick shit house, as most people say nowadays. But if I have this on, it allows me to push that to the next level. Instead of working harder and hurting myself, I'm working smarter and prolonging it through a war of attrition. The whole concept of it basically is you have thermal insulation that's supposed to keep out the heat or keep in the warmth, and it's really good at that to a point where fireballs don't nearly burn as much, and where anything like a ray of cold would hit you, it barely does a thing.
So,
and out in the hot of the mana waste, that's something that is a necessity.
So Elvis, for the good roleplay, you will get an additional check, and you will get a
I wasn't even done.
Oh, I'm aware, but like, you get an additional check at this point, and a +5 to it on top of it. Yeah, you're doing really good, so yeah.
And most people have an internal mana, like everything does. However, most people can't cast spell slots because they have to get their mana up. So this doesn't use a whole bunch of a person's personal mana, but it's the same concept as the construct, where it has a magical generator that runs off of evocation magic to make stuff work in it, mostly electricity. This has an inbuilt thing to suck out magic and be able to power up the mechanisms to help you lift more. Arcana.
So,
hero point.
No. The Arcana was a success, so save your hero point.
Alright, I really wanted to see if I could roll higher.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that would not push it to a crit success, but like save the successes.
It's close.
It is.
And I whisper, "Do you have any idea what she just said?"
So Matt would say two things to you. First, he would ask you to take him on as a apprentice in the field of crafting, basically teach him some things about crafting things because he wants to become better at that. But he also thanks you for mentioning improving more on a mental front than a physical front because he also feels he's been lacking in that, saying that he's been a bit foolish by thinking he can do everything himself, so he wants to become wiser so that he doesn't fall into that sort of trap again.
I was gonna say, put up her hand and say, you gotta understand, you can't really I can't take you under my wing into crafting. There are different crafts that lead to different trades. I am particularly good with blacksmithing, but as far as anything else is concerned, like wood carving or leather work,
No, I'm sorry. It's a misspoken. I'm sorry, Elvis. I misspoke. What I more meant is I'd like you to teach me the trades of an inventor, but I didn't want to be that. How to say? I didn't want to sound like I was being um arrogant. I was trying to not.
Oh no, I understand. I've had people talk to me about it before. They're like, "Oh, you're an inventor, huh? Can you just make anything off the fly, pull anything out of your ass?" That is not correct. I mean, I can do simple leather working. However, if push comes to shove and I need more fancy and eloquent leather working, I could not do that, and I would outsource that to somebody who could do it. But I don't have the charisma, and I don't think they'll get it done right. So I usually keep my designs pretty tame and not that very fancy.
In particular, I would like to learn how to make sort of the armor you have because it does sound like something that would allow me to focus a bit more on the mental stuff. You know, work smarter, not harder, as you said.
And I
So,
figured that we can work on it.
no, thank you. Also, he would sort of sit back down and he would tell you about a dream he had. And he would tell you, in particular, that he has been in a position where he has been focusing on too much of the physical aspect, and he had this dream the night that, or the night that Alexstrasza just vanished, where she was, talking to him in a dark forest, and she told him about a code to the safe in her room, and basically she told him that she had a feeling that something like this would happen on this day, so she wrote him a basically final message that she would tell him how to get to through one of the spells she used that day. So basically, he got this message because of a dream message spell that Alexstrasza cast. And he would also tell you that Alexstrasza had this weird phenomenon when she was learning the tricks of the trade of being a magus, where she learned about her death. And the weirdest thing is that she did not mention this as the day she died. She mentioned that this was the beginning of her death. So Matt is trying to take on her wisdom to try and eventually go back into the Underdark to find out what's going on. And you have learned everything you can from Matt.
I am smart.
Summer.
Hooray, we did it!
Nope, there's still Aurora.
I got the ding back.
But I've already asked about the cuckoldry.
There's actually a bit more going on with Aurora being in this particular
No,
place.
there's not.
There is.
Is it my turn? Or whose turn?
It's Kelgar's turn to try and figure something out, because I'm just going to flat out tell Will he does not have anything that can influence Aurora. Yeah. So that's a success. What do you want to know? You currently have one skill check, which is performance.
Distances again?
Bitch.
Don't try to shame her for her weird, well, fetishes and hobbies.
You heard the man.
Fetishes.
Oh my goodness, read the handout, yes. And it's something that is a phenomenon based upon her basically spying on Matt because of an interaction they had when they were younger, and also because it's good for the throne if he does so. So, yeah, the weaknesses do not make fun of her for it. That's a pretty standard one. Like, don't be an asshole when you're talking to someone. So, now it's Maple's turn.
Should I do the Kelgar thing and make fun of her?
No, you specifically know not to do that now.
You could make fun of Matt.
But he's Kelgar.
Okay, what would you be rolling to do so?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Roll
Talk-
for
So
What brings you here,
Kelgar's
Aurora?
drunk and he's sleeping at the bar.
perception. Okay, so Aurora would tell you that she came here. Well, actually, that's not an influence skill. That's for discovering something. So do. So you would discover about Aurora that the. I'm just gonna give it to you. So Aurora, you would discover about Aurora that her list goes from lowest to highest: Shaylin lore, performance, diplomacies, acrobatics, intimidation, deception. Intimidation and deception being the hardest checks. And you already learned everything else about Aurora, so in terms of resistances, weakness, and personal biases. So now it's just influence time. Gavilan!
Right. Since I have that ability, can we just skip the skill check?
Yes, we can. But you can still. I'm still gonna ask you to ask your question in character.
I'm thinking. Hey, what was that interaction that you first met with Matt and it led to a cuckoldry fetish?
So she would tell you she would tell you that basically when she was young, she was very shy and unconfident and not comfortable with herself because of basically her family's history, her mother's history, and she had this interaction where she got lost in Absalom, and Matt happened to guide her back to her hotel, and she would see the way that people were looking at Matt, basically disdain, and him not being bothered by it, and she gained a little bit of courage from that, and and she's been keeping tabs on him ever since, just because she views him as a muse, an inspiration for basically she has this whole thing where she's gained confidence and power through that interaction, and she kept tabs on him because of it.
Okay.
But what you would learn as to why she is here, she did hear about something happening in Druma, and yeah, she may or may not be here on request of her spy master, trying to figure out what is going on in Druma, because it may or may not be a horrible thing happening that would lead to the destruction of Andrin, Sheliax, and Taldor, based upon what she knows, which seems to be that the Whispering Tyrant is threatening to move his forces into the lands.
No.
That is basically the apocalypse, actually. It's one of the ways the apocalypse starts, is what I mean.
What's wrong with the apocalypse?
Do you want to die?
I mean, you don't get to defeat the puddles.
Yeah, you don't get to defeat the puddles.
The fuck.
What do puddles?
Well, Doth, it's your turn to try and influence Aurora.
The apocalypse is a kill-stealing fucktard.
Yeah.
Maybe they're into the crow. I'm actually not too sure what to do here. A land out, that's the thing you had.
Yeah. So I gave you everything. Deception is on the list, but it's the hardest. Intimidation is also tied with that. Acrobatics, diplomacy, and performance. So those are you got a success with your deception check you rolled a second ago.
I'll go with deception that I rolled.
Yeah. So you that is another point. There will be a bit more needing to be done. So Alvis.
Sorry.
Diplomacy, so in order: performance, diplomacy, acrobatics, intimidation, deception.
Performance, diplomacy, acrobatics, intimidation, deception?
Yes. So I think you have training in diplomacy, and that is the lowest skill check for you.
What about intimidation?
That is higher.
What about performance?
That is the lowest. Are you actually trained in performance?
Yes.
Oh. When did that
was a
happen?
dump stat. That was a dump stat.
No, you're trained in performance?
I didn't know. I think we leveled up to level 4, and I didn't know where to put a skill thing into, so I put it into performance.
Okay, so technically performance would be the lowest skill check for you.
My turf.
Not anymore.
Alvis just talks about singing ballads of fucking Andoran or some shit like that.
My rage is
Oh wait, no,
huge.
she has religion? Oh wait, no, I'm not trained in religion, actually.
No,
What the
religion
fuck?
is for discovery. You've discovered everything about her.
I'll try
I'll
performance
for that, by the
then.
way.
And Doth's success is erased unless you want to use a hero point. Yes, crit fit. Wow. What? I know. So,
Got any more of those hero points?
you
just-
can't use a hero point twice, so that is the destined
She's just-
result.
She's just so confused and baffled by the person sitting in front of her talking about Andoran. And she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, talking about Talador and the Whispering Tyrant. I'm more surprised that, you know, the personal bias is not like, oh, what is this weird? Why? What? Like, you know what, Alvis? You probably mentioned something weird about the resistance of don't try to shame her for her weird hobbies and fetishes. So, yeah, that's probably why you were just destined to crit fail.
Shame her.
I'm sitting here so pissed off about all the fucking Callistrian shit that Matt has been trying to fucking force feed into me. I'm just sitting here like, your husband is a fucking pervert. I hope you know that.
Just the
She would just give you a thumbs up to that comment.
You need another right one to start blabbing about fetishes, dude, son. Daughter, whatever.
So, Galgar, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He's asleep.
Okay. Maple.
Oh,
Yep. Do I have any of these skills?
That is a good question. Do you not have acrobatics?
Nope.
Wait, really? You're a leaf fleshy.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Exactly.
Got medicine, nature, religion, stealth, survival. And
You
Green
have
Man lore.
Green Man lore. That's. You know what? I'll let you roll Green Man lore.
That's one end well.
It's not relevant. But the thing is, crit
Hero
failing. No. If you roll an irrelevant skill, it does nothing. So I would. Okay, that's not a success, so. I would give you a harder DC for Green Man lore. She does like to talk about deities. She would exchange some things with you. You would also sort of discover that it's a bit of a Shaylin-esque thing. That's why that personal bias is there. Because you would basically discover that personal bias through her talking about her following of Shaylin, who has sort of that sort of relationship. Gavilan.
I'm out. I don't have a single thing to ask.
There is still more to learn.
That doesn't mean I know what to ask.
I mean, you know what not to say. So just talk.
Ooh, that one could be this one. All right. Oh.
Start hitting on Matt. She'll get into that.
No.
I asked Matt if he's into cocodrie.
She's weird. I do not support this in any way, shape, or form. I mean, technically, but like,
Supporting it with your actions.
I am not supporting it with my actions. I am refusing to play along with her desires.
Oh, okay,
By
okay.
Playing into her desires.
How is that playing into her desires?
By fucking yeah, they will.
You know what, my dude?
I'm not doing that.
My friend here, this crow dude,
There's
he's.
the Callistrian.
I
feel like-
literally have not been to a Callistrian temple in.
You're not being faithful to your wife.
So I'm gonna let you know.
What the? Wait, what?
You're
Actually,
married?
you know,
That was a
that's
joke.
good. That's a
No,
good
no,
one
no.
for you to cuck
Helgar
her.
just gained a success.
You're forgetting about the best part about this, my dear Matty boy. I know what you and the crow have been up to. Know about this, Aurora?
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
that is.
We've been
31.
No, we have
31.
not. No, we have not.
just hold on. Can you hear something? Just pounded it.
Oh yeah, we got
Alright.
this.
You know, my
Here
wife.
it is,
Hey,
guys.
Gavilan.
There it is. That's all I'm saying. Those
Got
are
one?
all of the punctuations and misspelled words in order as far as I have read.
Yeah, in the. You're talking in my handout I gave you?
Yes.
Actually, you know what, Matt? I have changed. my
I
mind.
did write
I
that
have-
in a hurry. I did
Why
write that
aren't you
literally.
Why aren't you fulfilling your loved one's fetishes? Fuck her.
With the crow.
Not being faithful to his
Oh
wife.
my.
Yeah, fuck
Being
her
faithful.
right now.
Bird
Right,
I-
now, right here.
Oh yeah, sure. Who am I supposed to do that with?
Well, the bird. The
No,
bird.
no.
Look. I can.
I do not swing that way. And
If
also,
you try,
you're-
I will crush your pelvis so that you
yeah,
can't
no,
do it
I'm
again.
not. Yeah, no, Alvis, I apologize for all that shit that I said to you.
Where is my wife?
No, definitely not your wife. No
We
offense,
should
but
get
she's annoying as all hell.
Linda.
No,
We can get you and Belinda. We can have
no,
you two.
absolutely not. Absolutely
Make Matt
not.
jealous.
Absolutely
Wait,
not.
Hold on, I know what my fix is. Hold on. I
Why
think-
don't you just make me a perception check, Gavilan?
Hold on. How about now?
I'm not into men.
But are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm
Oh, that's
very
good.
sure about that.
Is
I've
Aurora
never.
sure of that? Look what that roll is.
Aurora is sure of that. She
Okay.
has literally spied on this man for years. Like,
What do I need to roll?
so first, roll me a perception check.
Albus, will you take one for the team?
No, Matt is trying to make up on his past wrongs.
Did you not hear what Alvis said? She
Yeah.
said if he tries, she will literally crush his pelvis.
Also,
Well,
you're
Dies or not.
Once to me trying to fuck Matt.
No.
no. So you see a particularly okay. Look, you see a traveling jewelry. You see a traveling jeweler, and on her necklace you see a pendant of Callistria. There you go. There's your answer to the question.
Her, quick, Matt, fuck that woman.
Why don't you do it? Make Matt jealous.
Here,
Because
I'll
I'm not
second you.
into
There's a
that.
performance button.
You are. Look, I rolled a nat 35. You're both.
Yeah, no, Duff, that is, you can use that to try and get Matt to believe some shit he doesn't believe, but that's not the shit you're making him believe.
I was just gonna say, now, Matt, I know I'm a young person. This is gonna sound like an old man's advice, but if you have somebody that you care about, you should really stick with them, and it's better in the long run for everybody else.
I agree with
It
that.
leads to a healthy relationship. Don't do it.
I agree with that. This person, that's who you guys see in the corner. Yes.
Ew.
Yeah, it's an elf. Of course, that's your
That
reaction.
doesn't look like an elf.
That is an elf.
That looks
I
like
saunter
It's not
over.
anywhere near lanky enough.
Dude,
I
that is
saunter
an elf
over.
I made in Hero Forge.
I saunter over to the
It's like a
lady.
dude.
Is that what you're into? Okay.
Oh my god. I made it in Hero Forge, man. Also, what? Why are you... Okay, just again, I want to reiterate.
Elf, more like MILF, am I right? No, I'm just kidding.
So, I want to reiterate something. Yeah, no, Matt actually completely agrees with Alvis on this one. Your goal is not to get Alvis or Matt to win this argument. So, what are you doing, Gavilan?
I saunter right up to her and do my 31 performance check
Okay.
to do a song of horny.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you are saying is you are trying... Okay, I need to check your spell list now.
Is he casting charm?
More like suggestion at this point, which is a spell he can get now, and we haven't done... Oh, no, he has suggestion.
Oh,
Matt,
that,
Alvis is
that
gonna
enters-
say.
that enters consent issues, Matt, and I'm not.
Oh, no, you can't
You're a
make someone
bard.
do something they're against with suggestion.
You're a bard.
Hey, girl.
Like, they can't be self-destructive or obviously against the target's self-interest. There
See
you go.
that dude over there with the silly looking glasses? Yeah, you should totally fuck him.
Oh my god. Let's see if this person's will save is anywhere near good enough to...
Sure she's going, but you're not doing it in public, right?
No, of course
That's
not.
up to the elf.
You know what?
Why
Melf.
did I make this character that... No, that...
Eeyore.
This thing
Wait.
looks like something I'm into. I'm gonna check it.
Well, you see this, right?
Yeah, I see it.
At this point, I'm just going to say she willingly crit failed, because holy shit.
What was it?
It was the 13.
Yeah.
That's a critical
Alright.
failure.
If she crit failed. How hard would it be for me to convince that creature that I'm Matt?
Well, considering he pointed Matt out directly with the spell, pretty fucking impossible. But, I mean... Also,
Right.
that would, like, earn you a... Yeah, no.
Fuck
It's-
the elf. Fuck the. Come on, everybody, join me. Fuck the elf. Fuck the elf. Fuck the elf.
Yo, fuck the elf.
Matt,
The queen sang it. The queen.
Matt.
sang it.
Wait, who would touch a filthy knife?
Matt, I'm gonna say it, even though I don't want to say it in public. Masturbation is a perfectly acceptable alternative sometimes.
You know what might be
would turn to you and say, did I just hear you say that? You didn't even know what that was 3 weeks ago.
No, I did. I just called it alone time. I
You
didn't
know what?
the
You know what?
technical term for it.
You know what, Gavilan? Why don't you try that same spell on Matt?
No, Matt has something called love. He is compelled to do it for her.
That is what you are using suggestion for.
You know what? You
Keeps yelling, "Fuck the elf aloud."
Elvis,
should have.
Elvis is just gonna turn to Aurora. Are you sure you want this?
Besides, I know that Matt can't lose to will saves.
You would be surprised. He actually has a 20%. He actually has a 50% chance of failing.
Fine. I walk up to. Where's my suggestion button?
I will just roll the will save for you. That's a failure.
Hey, Matt, you see that elf?
You need to drag the crow up to the brothel.
So, I mean, it works because you used a spell. So, because of that, Aurora would tell you the final bit of why she's here. Yeah, okay. To Alvis's question, yes. Unfortunately, this is something I now deeply want, and also, unfortunately, deeply need. Because, quite simply put, my ambition could possibly get both of us killed, and, well, Haldor isn't exactly a place where civil wars are good. They're quite bloody.
I never thought I'd see the trope where the person who holds so much power wants to have something that they can't control.
Well, blame whatever god is in control of this story we call life.
But Aurora would sort of tell you that, okay, this is something that, yes, I'm not entirely sure I want, but my spy master has convinced me this is the best way to assure that we don't enter another bloody civil war.
The
So
spy master has convinced her to be a cop.
I mean, the spy master didn't have to have her spies tell her the stories of Matt's many escapades. But she did, probably because she realized what was going on. So yeah, blame the spy master. You know?
Spy master, what is this book you want me to read? Just shut up and read it.
Look at all these reports of your boyfriend cucking you.
No. The actual thing she would tell you is, yeah, also, I stopped in this town because I may or may not still not trust my husband enough to take care of himself, that I may or may not have spies telling you at every moment.
That thing that
What?
Well, clearly you can't trust him. He's over there having sex with an elf right now on that table.
No, he's civilized. That would not be going on. But what did you say?
Can you give me a link to that website where you made the thing?
Look up Hero Forge.
Yeah, Hero Forge.
Elvis gets out the checkbook.
But Will, you and I can make whatever you're looking for later because you have to pay to get this shit that's on the screen.
Elvis is just gonna take out the checkbook as she watches Matt put down a coin purse at the table, like the registration table, and she's just like, "All right, that's going out of the expenses too."
And Aurora would just turn to you and say, "No, I'll pay for that."
Are you fucking back? Oh no.
So, you basically learn that there's at least one person telling you all the time. That's what you learn in this, that one, Matt is going to start trusting you guys to do shit by yourself from now on. Without... And the other thing you learn is that Aurora constantly has eyes on you. Because she's constantly worried. And then you guys would get to the riverboat. And we would be finally in the town of Labur, which means that you would be checking into your inn in the town of Labur.
Burger.
Lumbago.
The Bloody Thorn.
Oh, bloody thorn. Oh no.
And I have another handout for you. I actually have several handouts to you.
I'm not upstairs right now.
I'm gonna break into more houses.
Do not break into any houses. Why do you keep trying to break into people's houses?
Because there might be stuff.
I don't want their stuff. I want to just take their alcohol.
Hey, I already found a misspelling.
Yeah, I've written these in a hurry.
They're
Wow,
not the only one who can do
Spelling,
it.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I'm not great with the spelling. This is
Neither am I.
really
but
bored.
alright.
If we
wait.
kill those bandits,
Which
Illiterate.
one?
Wait,
Which-
illiterate. How can you tell that there's bad writing? Checkmate.
No, I can't order from the menu. No!
What do you mean you can't order from the menu?
I don't know
You
what's
know
on
what?
it. I can't read.
Oh, the good thing is, you're gonna do you know what steak tartare is, my friend? You're gonna love this.
No, he's a vegetarian.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So the only thing on the menu you can eat is rye porridge and a mug of cider.
Do you want some insects?
No, he very much does not want to eat any insects.
Yeah,
Why
that'd
don't-
probably be worse than the meat.
Well,
I see.
also, the reason you're a vegetarian is because of insects.
Yes. Well, technically, it's jerky.
No, they were bugs. Disguising themselves as jerky.
Skeetleborgs, right?
Sportavores, yes. They're bugs.
So I need to get him to eat parasitic insects. Okay.
No, he's already done that. He knows better.
Can I buy Squirtleborgs?
No, they're a monster.
in a jar.
They would literally jump down your throat.
I
If-
could.
Well, maybe I could put them in a little cage.
My character probably could get a hold of some. Let's leave it at that.
I mean, not in this area of the world. This is a At this moment in time, we will take a break, and I will let you guys read the handouts.
Do you want me to play?
Oh,
the
wait. We had some. I've
got-
already gone back live.
Oh, so
but-
we're live. Oh, hold
Yeah,
on.
we're live. Yeah.
Do you want me to play Michael Jackson music through the thing, or
No, please. No. The only person who's allowed to get our streams copyrighted is me. That is the only person allowed to copyright strike and get a
you're getting
copyright.
some very vital stuff, Matt. Very
Huh?
vital.
What?
I am you.
You are. It's not how that skill works.
I am
You
you.
cannot use deception to convince the GM
Yeah,
that
it's
you are him. No,
you.
that's not how
You're the
deception works.
imposter. I don't have to convince you. I just have to convince everyone else.
No, you, Matt, you actually can roll to make the deception.
No.
He can make a
He
deception
can't
check.
make a deception check to make me in real life believe I'm an imposter. That's not how that works.
Yeah, he's just gotta roll it in real life.
Yeah, he does have to. He has to make me question my existence.
I don't think that'd be too hard.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Darth,
Well-
would you let us keep the green dragon?
No,
know.
because
I wouldn't
it's
like
a
it.
kill.
Because if so, you have my vote.
If you try going after that green dragon and enslaving it, I will. We're not going to talk about.
No one said enslaved. Just
Per-
unpaid
It's a
services.
green dragon, Doc. It's an asshole.
So is Doth, and he's joined us.
Oh, I just had a cramp.
Ah,
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, my cramp, Gary. Geriatric.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if I'll have a job on Monday.
What's going on? Are you dealing with some BS at work?
Yeah, well, I'm dealing with some BS because of. Well, I'll tell you guys the story after we're done, but I basically had to leave work early because I was being threatened.
Oh, you must.
And
okay.
and I'm not in a position where I could leave work early. So yeah.
Just get a hold. If any of your family's like lawyers, that might help.
Well, I've done what I can, but I'm also sort of expecting to come in and either be told, given a final warning on something, or be let go. So,
Isn't bullshit fun?
yep.
God bless America.
Well, I mean, if that happened, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it would be a good excuse to start working on finding a paralegal job.
Oh, you work lawyers? Ooh, I didn't know you did that. I hope you get a hold of that.
Yeah, part of the thing is I sort of think that it's like one of those situations where I'm like, I'm looking for an excuse to start looking for a new job, and if they give it to me, then yeah.
All right.
I did not do so purposely. I was actively being, basically, I got a picture from someone who was threatening me that had my current a picture of my current location in it.
Oh, being doxxed is
Oh boy.
It was not being doxxed. It was so I got blackmailed or tried to get blackmailed.
I get that.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Not gonna go too much into the story,
I
but
know, I
holy
know.
shit. Yeah, we are on stream. I'm saying this live. I got someone who attempted to blackmail me. They were dumb. Okay, so the blackmail, they were trying to get just $100 out of me.
Get on fucking camera.
Yeah, like, and
Got a
the
nice little special needs friend, eh?
and so they were trying to get $100 out of me, and I like went to the police, filed a police report because yeah, that's illegal. And the best part about this is they gave me a bank account when they were trying to get me to pay them. Do you know how it's so? I think Charles Barkley said it best. If you're gonna commit a crime, don't do so with a check.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is they track it and see who passes it.
Well, yeah, they literally gave me their bank account number to try and transfer money to them, and I'm just like, "Hey, what's this bank account number?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, here it is." I'm like, "Cool, I'm giving this to the police." Yeah. So
It's like that one story of the guy who robbed a fucking gas station, and the guy's like, "All right, but I'm gonna need to see some ID." He's like, "ID? This is a holdup." He's like, "Well, gotta know if you're over 21 or not at least." Guy's like, "Sure," and he's like, "All right." He ran the fucking ID, and this is he's like, "Okay, you're good," and gave him a fucking pack of cigs and like the money in the cash register. Police come in like, "Oh, hey, we got a call, blah blah blah. Somebody held you up at gunpoint in the store." Guy's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have a description of the man?" I'm like, "Oh, I can give you the fucking details of this fucking guy. I ran his ID to give him a pack of
yeah,
cigarettes."
yeah, like holy, like it's a sad thing because like if you're gonna blackmail someone, you start your bidding war higher than $100.
Well, that's just to see if you'll do it.
Oh, I actually like listen to me, listen to me. I had no intention on cooperating. I told them this. They still kept giving me information and kept trying to get me to cooperate. So I no longer have a Facebook or Instagram because of this.
It's like how scammers will purposely misspell the emails to attract the stupid.
This actually a bit scary.
It is actually a bit scary, but like, it's like I'm halfway
You work
expecting to
like,
lose my job because of this. So
You're working like the jail.
File another police report and get a restraining order and all
If you
that.
have a police report on file, I'd say you got a good alibi.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
there's a
yeah, I do, but also it's like my job probably won't give a shit. Like I missed time.
better to not work on here.
Yeah, no, that's my philosophy. Is if they're not going to accept the fact that I literally felt like I was being threatened and they knew my location and I didn't feel safe, then yeah, no, I'm just like if they're gonna give me a final warning, I'm just gonna put in a 2 weeks notice.
You also file the police report on a dude who will definitely be back because you.
Yeah. Like, no, I will show them everything I have, but I'm halfway expecting to lose my job on Monday.
You're probably not going to.
What?
I think you want to.
I don't remember how they got what they got, which means
we
it
could just
probably
not talk
happened when I
about-
was. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it, but
We
like,
could just not talk about it on stream because the
Yeah,
person
yeah.
might be watching.
Oh no, they don't have this information.
They're not smart enough to.
Yeah. They're not smart enough to. They gave me a bank account that the police can use to track them. They're not smart. Like, yeah. You know what you do when you're trying.
Scams. Has anybody else been getting like text messages for like weird ads? Like I've been getting like. I've been getting.
enlargement pills.
Yeah, they're all dick enlargement pills. I don't know why, but I've just been getting a bunch of text messages just saying, "Grow your banana emoji bigger."
They're so stupid. Let me see if I can find one. They're not explicit, so it's okay. But
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't show it on stream.
Mine are pretty explicit.
I just gotta say, like, holy shit. But no, like, I'm telling you guys this because, like, I am wanting to try and have fun today. So let's have some fucking fun.
Swallow your banana emoji, make her squirt, triple raindrop emoji.
Alright, here we go.
Eggplant emoji, triple raindrop, this will make her squirt.
Oh, fine with Caterpillar to make Granny squirt.
Oh my god.
Insert my name here. You, in all caps, better pay attention because it is critically important. Dr. Phil is giving away free samples of dick pills. Better than Viagra, proven, and in parentheses, proven by new science. Increased testosterone by 350%. Aggressive stamina. Get it hard and keep it hard. Explosive orgasms. Make her
Oh
squirt.
no. You want
Satisfaction.
Yeah, no, we gotta stop here. This is pretty. We've already had enough freaking sex talk.
Yeah.
Without
Is
it-
what I
Yeah.
would say, but this town is okay. You know what? I'm just gonna let you discover this as we go about
all I'll
it.
say is
Lady's the owner.
Dr. Phil.
I take it.
No, no. The
Her
person at
husband's
the
the owner?
front desk. But before you talk to the person at the front desk, you run into another character. A woman. What the fuck is her name?
A Dinglebat.
No, I actually have a name.
Dinkleberg!
No. Oh yeah, it's
Dingleberg!
Lucy Bravor. Yeah,
Dinkleberg!
Lucy Bravor.
Razor.
Bravor.
Razor.
Bravo.
Oh my
Yeah, bravo.
god.
No,
So,
no.
she would walk up to you
Oh, yeah.
and say, "Okay, you guys look competent. I am an Eagle Knight, and quite simply put, I'm here in the Verderon Forest, which is a Fey-infested fuckhole, because we are trying to get a retired Eagle Knight back into the service. Her name is Yuri Greenwood.
Yuri.
Yuri Greenwood. Wait, that is the right name, right? Fuck me. Yes, Yuri Greenwood. Her name is Yuri Greenwood. She is a very famous Eagle Knight. She's a... Let's just say you'll get a load of what she is about. She was the Eagle Knight who trained me, and, well, let's just say I have some personal reasons to try and get her back into the force. But with the upcoming war against Cheliax, we could use every soldier we can, so I don't care how you personally get her to join the war. I just need your help in doing so. I'm not the persuasive type, so, you know.
Ah, so we blackmail them. I mean,
No, okay, I do care a little. Do not blackmail them. Not that it would work. I don't care.
What if we bruise them up a little bit?
I would like to see you try. I think that will go very, very well for you. You don't even have to roll a perception check. She's being sarcastic as all hell.
Who am I talking to again?
This person. 1 second. This person. Lucy Bravor.
She's manlier than her fucking dwarf. Jesus Christ. Never mind.
Very
What?
Lick ab.
You know what? I'm gonna leave the seduction to Horn Dog over here.
Yeah, Matt.
Not Matt. You.
Yeah, Elvis.
Yes.
What?
You're the one who's trying to lick its abs.
No, guys,
I
not
was
every.
gonna say that in character.
Yeah, of course.
I
So,
don't know if you notice the accent that I do whenever I talk like Elvis.
Very well.
Also an
all
ab having lady.
also, not every NPC is a seduction test.
No, yes it is. Where's my performance button?
He's a bard. It really is.
Bards are required to do this. This dude tried to romance the frickin' Roper.
That's true.
The one that just
It's
had
like
sex
what
with
is
the
happening
elf
in-
in the
Okay. Why don't you make me that performance check, Keat? She's incredibly gay.
But how did the performance check?
Yeah,
She
hold on, I've
is
got-
incredibly gay. It does not affect her.
Hold on a sec. What if I give him
That's a
my
chance.
wig?
You see, the rule in Pathfinder is, unless stated otherwise, every character is bisexual for the purposes of seduction. This is a case where that character is stated otherwise.
You know what?
Did matter for my role.
So Gavilan, I've got something perfect for
She's
you.
impressed, but at the same time, she just doesn't swing that way.
Wanna lick the abs, Matt?
You know what? She'd let you lick the abs.
The abs.
And then after about 2 minutes of doing that, she says, "Okay, I'm aboard. Sorry, you're
2 minutes?
just not my type."
I could have been Elvis there. Oh, you didn't. Did you?
That's right, Elvis.
I think it's kind of late for.
Yeah, no, she's
You say what?
asking. She basically walks to the door and is like, "Yeah, so she's right in there. If I walk in, she'll know something's up. Try and be subtle about it." And then she throws something on the ground, smoke comes up, she disappears.
She's a ninja?
Apparently.
I think she's a skinwalker.
What is a skinwalker?
A person who walks in shadows.
It's a sort of shapeshifter. If you're from any sort of waste at all, it's mostly just like people with a skull of an animal, like a deer or something, with like very, very skin and stuff, like skin type, skin with like bones protruding out and whatnot, and then they'll take the shape of a person.
Yeah,
It's
well,
mostly a tall tale.
So,
Mostly.
you guys would enter into the place to check in,
okay.
and this is a joke. There is another influence section, but it's not going to be today.
What do I do here?
You walk in and you see this woman. Of course, the sword and shield are sheathed, but yeah.
So she's got a trash can lid.
No ab, no care.
She does have abs. She's just where.
You're forgetting the most important part, Gavilan. She's got a trash can lid that's perfect for you.
Oh my god!
It's like a home. It's your new home. Garbage can.
What's the green character from Sesame Street?
Grinch?
No, not the Grinch.
That's the Grinch. It's
Is it
Oscar.
Grimace? No, that's the McDonald's
Oh, it's
character.
Grinch. It's Grinch.
Oscar. You're basically Oscar, but a dragon.
What? Did you call me?
Why don't you guys make me some perception checks?
Man, this one's like garbage can lid. It looks cool.
It's not. The angle of the picture is just bad for showing the shield. And that's the case with every stance. Alright, I need to roll a perception check for Matt. Also, I need to...
I'm an expert in improvised weaponry. I need to get more garbage can lids. And chairs. Lots and lots of cheese.
It's ironic that he's the only one who doesn't see the obvious religious symbol. Ugh.
I don't...
Now you guys have to roll me a religion check.
Okay. Hold
Oh my god!
I'm gonna hero point that.
Yeah, that's a good idea!
I will not.
Yeah. So you know why I said it was ironic that he didn't see the obvious religious symbol? It's because of this. That. He would not have even had to make a check. Yeah. So, to this point, you probably have some serious questions.
No.
Uh-oh, Golarian Temple.
Yes, there's a Golarian temple in this town. Why do you ask?
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was the prostitute room.
What?
There's a prostitute room? Okay.
No. No.
Diggity dog.
What do you outsiders want?
I thought this was an inn.
It is an inn. What do you want? Do you want rooms? Do you want to mock me and my family? What do you want?
Well, I don't know why we would do the latter.
You'd be surprised. But
I
you
need
know
a
what?
room.
People typically get their head cut off with a spell strike if they try it, so I would not.
I need a room
I
for
just
me and
need
my.
your administration side enter from outside the hotel.
Look, wife, I need my crow wife to calm down. We're here for room and board.
Matt would just say, "Yeah, we're in town looking for something, and
We're on our
well,
honeymoon.
quite simply, ignore him. But you know what? Honeymoon suite for the bird and his actual wife would be nice. That's booked. That's booked.
I'm the third wife. They're both married to me. See, I rolled a
Dot-
30.
Believe it or not, that's not gonna. Yeah, believe it or not, that's not gonna beat her will DC.
I'm not rolling for him. I'm rolling for the Svetlana or whatever Dorothy's name is.
Whose name?
My loving wife, Lindell.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. Deception is not a catch-all for that.
With how intelligent the dwarf wife seems, I don't think it would matter.
Actually, we don't have a stat block for the dwarf wife.
Wait, it's 5 intelligence.
It's
It's about as
I'll
intelligent.
have you know, Linda is mythic level 20.
No, but she's probably smarter than Gavilan.
Oh, definitely, but
Oh,
she
it's
could
smarter
roll
than
with her pinky if she wanted to.
Okay, if they're smarter than Gavilan, I kind of regret not marrying it.
Yeah, no. So, she says, "I'm sorry, I'm a little on edge. You see, I have annoying clients at the moment."
I know the feeling, lady. I know it all too well.
My mother and father are both staying here for some reason when they haven't talked to each other in years. Let's see, how old am I? Oh yeah, to be exact. Please tell me I wrote this down. To be exact, like 67 years to be exact. My father lived an odd amount of time for a human. Not important.
Or is it? Dun dun dun.
I mean, the guy's just a conspiracy theorist. Like, he's been trying to get me and my mother to take anti-aging pills for years. There's no way it works. Elvis, make me a crafting check. Hey, Caterpillar, are you there?
I think our craft friend is dead.
He's been typing, but I haven't heard him in a while.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Matt and probably Elvis would both realize, okay, that's weird. That is both weird for a human to live as long as they're half-elf kid, but it's also weird that he says he has immortality pills that seem to be working.
Does he have other pills that I could buy?
I don't think so. He's a hat maker. I don't even know where he gets the pills. He just says he found them somewhere in the forest, and they've been working. Part of me thinks he made a pact with the devil or something, but I can't prove it to save my life.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen to me. Listen to me.
Something like
I
that.
literally bought this place, made it all Tiaja-like because it was my favorite place I was stationed while I was with the Eagle Knights. Just beautiful place. But the two decided to move in for some reason. I literally moved out of the house, my mother's house, because she kept sleeping with people. And I would never move in with my father because he's a loony. A loony who seems to be immortal, but still a loony.
Wow, good on you for not being a cuckold. Could you imagine if someone did that?
Why would I be my mother? My mother's a cuckold. Well, actually, no. My mother's not a cuckold because she doesn't believe in marriage. Then again, neither do I. That's not important right now.
Is your mother a woman of loose? Is she in the prostitute room? I kid.
You know what? You are going to stay in room 5.
Perfect.
No, he can stay over. He can stay over here.
No. Let me point out where room 5 is.
Right here.
This is room 5. Well, you
The
know what?
corner.
I will escort you to your room. And she takes you to your room. She comes back, gets behind the counter, and says, "Oh, that room is horribly haunted."
Pretty big though.
What?
Pretty big though. It's even got a Domino's table.
Yeah, and no bed. Why do you think that is? Because anybody who tries and sleeps with a bed gets their throat slit. I'm not sure how or why, but now they just sleep on pillows in that room.
I'm going to be honest. I seem to have the most luck with these weird haunted encounters. Anyway.
But like, I am on edge. Once again, I apologize, but like, my mother is the type of woman that gives Callistrians bad name. And my father's a loot. So I'm a little on edge that my parents have moved back in. Also, you have Lardass, who's in my inn instead of his own because a dragon invaded his spa. I mean, come on. I could kill that thing pretty quickly. But no, he wants to hire random adventurers because I charge too much.
Oh, I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding with a friendly creature.
It's a green dragon. There's no such thing as a friendly green dragon. They breathe literal poison. They're literally toxic.
Well, nah, I made that joke to make sense.
What joke?
Nah.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, the rest of you just choose whatever room. I don't the only choose a room, come back here, give me your room number, I'll give you the key. It'll be about, I'm gonna be honest at this point, you take care of some odd jobs around town, I'll let you stay here as long as you want for free. Well,
Right.
you're adventurers, right? I assume this is right up your alley. Oh, but on the off chance you just decide to laze about for the next day, I will, well, let's just say, I'm a follower of Callistria, and revenge is a dish best served cold, and, well, quite simply put, corpses are very cold. Have fun.
I don't know why you need to tell us your religion for that, but alright.
Also, not like we had the money.
We do have the money. She's just giving us this ultimatum of fix something. She is in a panic. So one of these jobs on the job board will be taken care of before.
I is back.
I'm going.
The green room. Green is a good color, not of evil, but of good.
So what happens if I fix the haunting in this room?
Are you legendary in religion?
I've got a skill of 1.
That is not legendary. You need legendary proficiency in religion to get rid of that haunt.
There's a 20 on every dice.
You need legendary proficiency.
I'm going to trick the ghost out of here. What should I get?
No, Doth. You're not legendary in that either. You would need legendary proficiency to get rid of those ghosts. Or you could kill him. But you don't know who that is yet.
Why not just tell the ghost that this isn't the house that they should be haunting and that it's next door?
Matt seems to know an awful lot about this ghost. I think he might be the ghost.
Yeah, Matt, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
There is literally a side quest in this town The GM is telling you there's a side quest for a ghost hunter.
Who's better at ghost
Guys,
hunting than an
guys,
alcoholic
why don't we
who
just
wants to burn a place
why don't
down?
we just get Doth to tell the ghost that this isn't the house it's supposed to be haunting and that it needs to go next door?
Well, the
What?
thing is,
You know
you either fight a boss that you have not discovered as a boss, or you need legendary proficiency in religion. Those are your options.
No.
But deception.
I want to convince this ghost that we have a nice robotic suit for it to inhabit.
Oh, I bet I know who did it.
Alvis is just gonna get up. If you have a ghost haunt my construct, I do not know what is going to happen to the construct.
But I know what's gonna happen to you.
What is
But
what
if
is
it
the
breaks,
construct?
I know what's going to happen to you, lizard boy.
Are you sure you're even willing to risk the construct getting haunted?
Could possibly go wrong.
The only
This
thing
is the Ice Peace Project. That is the motto of the Pathfinder Society. We have higher standards. I hope.
What higher standards than a haunted thing? What is the strength on your robot actually?
it's like a fucking 4.
Well, I think we've reached that magical part of the night where I'm tired and everybody else is tired and we're all stuck on our ADHD.
Yeah. It has a 4 strength, it has a 4 in strength and a 4 in dex and a 3 in con and a 2 in wisdom. But it has a negative 2 in int.
I just am gonna say, everybody say goodbye, because I think we're at the point where we've reached a stopping point.
For the boss shows themselves.
And,
Yeah. And who knows, I might start talking about French ethnicities again.
Okay, everyone say bye. Bye.
Bye.